Good morning, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talk. So today I wanted to do a series about nickel hunting. So you're going through boxes of nickels or rolls of nickels or just pocket change, and you see something. You don't really know right off what the coin is because there's a lot of different nickels out there now, and some of them you still find in circulation, ironically. This right here is just your basic nickel, your run-of-the-mill nickel that you will have in your pocket probably. This just happens to be a 1985. Not really anything special. I just had it here, so I wanted to show you the basic nickel. But one thing that you can look for, this is something that happened in 2005. They made a set of nickels and they called it a Lewis and Clark expedition set. Some people like these. Me personally, I don't save these when I find them. It's a 4 nickel series, and this is one of them right here. This is basically a remake of the Buffalo nickel. It's a little different than the original Buffalo nickel. As you can see, I have the original Buffalo nickel right here that we'll talk about once we get to it. Now, these 4 nickels that I have the series on, these happen to be in plastic, so you may have a little bit of a reflection on them, but it still gives you an idea what they have. They'll all be dated 2005. Each one's going to have a little different portrait of Jefferson over the years. They wanted to stick with the Jefferson theme, so they did. So that's one of them. That's the Buffalo nickel. Now the next one I'll show you guys. This is part of the set also, but you gotta. It looks a little different than the normal what we have, the Montecillo. I can't pronounce it, so bear with me. The Montecillo. Let me focus in a little bit so you can see it. It's a little bit different than the regular nickel. And on the front, unfortunately, this one they put the glue when they're in cases, but this one they put like a glue and they stuck it to a letter that they sent out. It was part of a collection that a lady had sold me, and I didn't really put much stock in it, but I kept them in the plastics, and I kept the paper with it. Well, since I was doing this video, I just kind of wanted to show you. This is something you can look for because people do still look for these. I'm not, like I said, a big fan of these, but some people are. My dog came up and just shook right next to me, so I apologize for that. Now this one right here, you can see it has the Lewis and Clark boat on it. It's kind of neat. And then on the back, it has a Jefferson picture. Still on the 4 coin set, we have another Lewis and Clark expedition coin. These essentially, in my opinion, would be like looking through generic state quarters. You're not going to find a whole lot of value. You might find errors in the quarters, but we'll get to that when we get to the quarter video that I want to shoot. So that's that. Now the next thing we talked about actually in a previous video, and I do look for these heavily, is the war nickels. As you can tell, when you have a war nickel, you can spot a war nickel based on the letter, if there's a letter right above the dome. So this one has an S on it. You'll see different letters, but that's the dead giveaway. If you see that letter there, it's going to be made out of silver. Now these right now are running 86 cents a piece, and then even more if it's a good condition, in good shape like this one. This one is a good shape. This is a 1943. It's in excellent shape, really. This was part of a little tin collection that they were sending her basically every month coins, and she really didn't know a whole lot about coins. They locked her in. They kept sending them, and she just kept building up a collection over them. So it is pretty. They are neat coins. But I prefer to find my own coins personally, and you can find these coins because this is just a war nickel. We're not in the super old stuff yet that you probably won't realistically find. The next thing that we're going to look at is the Buffalo nickel. Now these you do still find. You've got to be a little more lucky to find these because they do stand out to people. If people see this, because the design is so much different, has that big buffalo on the back. If they see that buffalo in the cash register, they know something is different about it. And because there's something different about it, a lot of people will keep it. They'll look closer at it. They'll look at the date. Whereas the war nickel, there's not much of a difference between a war nickel and a regular nickel. If you're looking at it this way, you have a picture of the Indian on the front, and it just jumps out at you when it's in the till. So if you're going through nickels and you find this, definitely pull it out. They are pretty cool to collect. I have a lot of these. I do sell and trade this type of coin more because I'm trying to target the silver coins. Now I'm going to just show you again, since I was explaining the difference, and I know I kind of touched on this, but because I said it jumps out at you, when you look at these two nickels, you don't really see a big difference. We talked about this a little bit in our nickel video. They look almost the same, essentially. And because of that, you don't really realize as much the silver nickels. And that's why I find more of the silver nickels, because the only way you can tell it's silver, as you can see, is no letter here, and then it has the letter over here. So, but moving on to the next thing. The next thing is a V nickel. Now these you don't find in circulation that often, but I did want to show it. You could find one. I think in my entire nickel hunting, I found one. This one just happens to be a 1904. Some of these can get really expensive. There was, I believe it was a 1913. I think that was the year that basically sold for $3.2 million at an auction. So if you see anything that looks like this, definitely pull it out. You can see the stars going around the top. And then when you flip it over, you have the V. They're pretty cool. They're easy to spot. It's something easy to look for. So you definitely want to just, you know, if you see it, pull it. Now, if you find one of these, you definitely may want to think before you sell it. I sometimes in the past, I've had a habit of selling coins that I've picked up as scrap coins as part of a collection, where I might go in and someone might have, say, $1,000, $2,000 in silver coins and a bunch of stuff like this. And since I was at the time only targeting silver, I didn't really pay much attention to this type of stuff because I knew it wasn't silver. So some of this stuff got traded off to people that would be like, well, hey, I mean, I'll trade you some silver if you want to trade that, you know. And then I got more junk silver, and I was giving up coins that were essentially stuff like this, like V nickels and stuff. It's a good opportunity. This actually came out of a four video series that I had done over the summer of a collection that I had bought when I was on vacation in Maine. And just real quick, I'll kind of show you. I have one of the boxes sitting right here. I'll kind of zip down if I can here. And what I'll do, I will put the link in the description below. So if you want to go check those videos out, it turned out to be an excellent series. You can see it had some bills in here, which are really cool. Had a bunch of half dimes, V dimes, not V dimes, Liberty dimes, half dimes, silver dimes, tons and tons of, these were all silver halves, different years, old stuff. We'll talk more about some of this stuff when we get up into these denomination of coins. That's kind of why I had dug out this box, was because essentially where we're talking about each of the coins and what you can hunt for, I wanted people to have an opportunity to kind of see some examples of the different coins. But what I will do is, as you can see, this is an Eisenhower dollar. They're not silver, but they do look cool. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a link to the 4 videos that were in this series, and then you can actually just watch the 4 videos if you're interested in seeing this this was really an awesome pickup. It was amazing the amount of coins that I ended up getting. I think I got the whole collection for $1,000 or $950. When I was up there, I picked up a few collections that kind of we diverted our vacation a little bit because it was a nice collection. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for the nickels. You can kind of see here, I wish I had a little better lighting. You can just see I had a few different nickels here. But what I will do is I will show you guys, I'll put the links to these videos and you guys can check them out. Really, it was just that I wanted to show you guys real quick what you can hunt for if you are nickel hunting. This video went a lot longer than I thought it would or wanted it to, but I want to kind of help out a couple of friends that they work in the banking industry as tellers, and some of these coins they had never heard of or never seen, and I said I would actually do a series of videos just kind of briefly touching on what you might find out there. Not advanced stuff. I mean, the average person that's sitting in a till handing out money might not notice the exact years or know what years are like key dates, but it gives them a good opportunity to basically know roundabout what they're looking for, so for quick profit. So with that being said, I thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out the links. If you didn't see that we are doing a W quarter giveaway, I will also put that link in the bottom so you guys can check that out. And I thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks, guys.